Good day, lads. Today we'll be taking a look at the Barbary States, a revolution that gives you the Barbary warriors instead of normal revolutionaries. Now, these Barbary warriors are very useful because they can help protect artillery like the Dutch's fast halberdiers. They can go in and destroy buildings like pikemen. They're a lot like rodoleros, a bit weaker, but they are only 100 food. Also, the Barbary States comes with a hero card that gives you a hero that pairs very well with them because they're a melee hero that can insta-kill units that aren't other heroes. Anyways, with the Barbary States, the key to being successful is having a gun line. What that means is that on one hand, you have your Barbary warriors, and then you have high damage weapons like cannons or good skirmishers that can take out units from range while your Barbary warriors distract them. If you play the Dutch, you'll be familiar with this concept. It's sort of like how you have your halberdiers, and then behind your halberdiers you have your skirmishers, and then your cannons to make quick work of the enemy. That's how you should play with the Barbary States. This is helped out by the fact that the Barbary States will give the Portuguese falconets, which will help the Portuguese gun line, which is already good, become even better. Also, in addition to the Barbary warriors, they get the Corsair marksmen, which are sort of like slightly weaker Cassadors, but there is some nuance to them. For one, initially, they actually have a higher range resist than Cassadors, at the expense of doing 1 less damage and having 10 less HP. Of course, if you send in all your cards, then the Cassadors will become a lot stronger than these marksmen. However, they fulfill a good role, taking over the skirmisher role for the Ottomans. They're not as strong as the Chad Nizam Fusilier, but they get the job done. Also, they do ×2 damage versus villager type units. So they're great for cleanup. You know, when you take out your opponent's TC and then all of their villagers scurry out like rats to try and run into a corner and cockroach, these guys are excellent for countering that. In cleanup, they're also aided by their magnificent speed. If you take the advanced arsenal upgrade and put in military drummers, these guys are going to be moving with a speed of 6, just shy of the Barbary warriors' insane cavalry-like speed. So they can almost keep up with the Barbary warriors and are great for chasing down other units. And you remember earlier how I said that the Barbary States will give the Portuguese falques? Well, even better, you can use your privateer vessels to train falques as them. Just a nice little perk. But you know, nobody's perfect, and even though I think this is a great revolution, it's not good for everything. For example, you can't just throw your Barbary warriors into combat without a gun line against a late game player who already has so many units there, so many high damage units that they'll just evaporate your Barbary warriors after they take out, a few cannons or something. You need to have your Barbary warriors support your artillery, and you need to have artillery support your Barbary warriors in order to succeed in late game fights as the Barbary States. But if you're able to embrace their borderline Dutch style of play, using your Barbary warriors to help support your gun line of falques and also your marksmen, then you'll do fine. Barbary warriors are great for cleanup too. They also do bonus against villagers, and they're pretty good against buildings. And since Barbary warriors only cost 100 food and 1 population, they compare pretty favorably with Dutch halberdiers. And even in one-on-one combat, due to the high melee resist of the Barbary warriors, they can actually perform reasonably well when facing up against Dutch halberdiers. The key is understanding their strengths and their weaknesses. If you can do this, you're going to do fine as the Barbary States. Good luck. You are the captain now.